Hi everyone, it's me, Kelly Sunflower. So I thought I'd hop on today and do an unboxing, flick through and first impression of a tarot deck that I received today. This deck is called the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot and it's by Ethony. It was a Kickstarter campaign. Ethony's done quite a few decks. I've got her Modern Love Tarot deck and I've also got her Prince Lenormand deck. So this is the third deck that I'll have from Ethony. Let's have a look at the back of the box. The Cosmic Wisdom Tarot blends the classic tarot structure with modern symbols and imagery, making it a perfect guide for your spiritual journey. Perfect for those seeking guidance or clarity or just a reflective moment. This deck serves as a spiritual guide connecting timeless wisdom with today's journey through the archetypes of the tarot. And it's got art by James Finner and it's manufactured by Ethony Enterprises. So let's open this deck up. So this deck comes in a lift out box. The wisdom of the universe is in your hands. I like that. And it's got a ribbon that you can just lift off. You get a guidebook and you get the cards. So let's put the box away. Let's have a look at the guidebook first. So how many pages is the guidebook? The guidebook is 166 pages, which is quite a lot, I think, for an indie produced guidebook. It's got a really nice content page, nice kind of sepia background, quite easy to read. It says how to use the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot, way to connect to your new tarot deck, tips for interpreting tarot cards. Then it's got tarot spreads. So it's got the 2-card tarot spread, the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot spread, and the Cosmic Guide Tarot spread. Then this outlines each of the major Arcana cards. Then it talks about the cups, the swords, the pentacles and the wands. To use a Cosmic Tarot, it talks about divination, personal growth and self-discovery, spiritual exploration, creative inspiration. It talks about ways to use the tarot deck. It talks about the 2-card spread. So there's decision-making spread, relationship dynamic spread. Is there a 1-card spread? No. There's personal growth spread, career path spread, inner wisdom spread, and financial outlook spread. Then there's a Cosmic Wisdom spread, which is 11 cards, and it gives you each of the placements. Cosmic Guide Tarot spread, which is 7 cards. I like the layout of this guidebook. So let's have a look at the 4. The 4 is your daring guide to living life on the edge, but with just enough wisdom to keep you from topping over it. Embrace the adventure, but bring your own common sense along with the ride. So the upright meaning is take a leap of faith and see where the journey will take you. And it gives you some kind of keywords. So being open to something new, new beginnings, freedom, trusting intuition, excitement for what's to come. And in a yes/no question, it's a yes. I like that. And the reverse, look before you leap. You'll hurt yourself from the height. Ignorance, impulsiveness, poor judgment, inexperience. Reversed, it's no in a yes/no reading. And then it talks about the symbols in the picture. So for example, the backpack, past life experiences, born with what you need. The white rose, purity, innocence. The sunny clear sky, everything is easy right now, being in the present moment. Bright clothes, free self-expression, no need to conform. Mountains, possibilities, future challenges. The white dog, instant guides. Cliff edge, unaware of potential dangers, ready to take the leap of faith. I like that, you know, each of the symbols are being defined. So the guidebook has that sort of format. So it gives you a blurb, an upright keywords, yes, no in the upright position. It gives you the reverse meaning and what the reverse is in a yes, no answer, and some keywords for the reverse meaning, and it gives you the it defines the symbols for each cards. So let's see how the minor arcana is laid out. Oh, I like the way that it's color coded. So for example, the cup, which is the next suit in this deck, has blue. The pages are blue. It's the same kind of layout as the major arcana, which is good, because sometimes I find a lot of guidebooks, in my opinion, they kind of skimp on the minor meanings but give more detailed meanings for the major arcana. So the swords are like purple, the pentacles are green, and the wands are like an orangey colour. I like that. I would have liked to have seen a page about the artist and a bit about Ethony as well, but hey ho, it's a very good book, and it's kind of got like a nice buttery kind of feel to it as well, which I like. So let's have a look at the tarot cards. Oops. So let's compare them to a regular RWS card. So this card here is from my Arcana White tarot deck. It's exactly the same size as a regular RWS card. I think, yep, exactly the same size. I think the RWS is a bit more rounded. This has got a bit more of a squarer edge. So it's got here Cosmic Wisdom Tarot, first edition, limited print of 2000. And she's signed it Ethony. These are the backs of the cards, black and gold. The cards are kind of like matte, and they're kind of got like a gold edging. I think it's gold, or holographic I should say, actually, rather than gold. It's holographic edging. So let's have a look at these cards. So you've got the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess. I love the colour palette of this deck. It's kind of like a very vibrant colour palette. It's very RWS, but with a modern twist. So you've got the two pillows there. You've got the moon and the book and the pomegranates behind. The Empress. Love that she's wearing high heels. The Emperor. The Hierophant. Ooh, the Lovers. I love that they're embracing nature, that they're both naked. There's no angel in this one, it's just, but it's got two doves. Oh, there's two Lovers cards. What's the difference? Okay, the second one I would say hasn't got the doves. It's just got the sun, and there's a bit more covering up of the private parts. The Chariot, and it's two horses rather than two sphinx, but they're black and white. Strength. I love how she's embracing the lion. She's got the affinity above her head. The Hermit. Nice female hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. I quite like this border as well. I think it's quite nice. Justice. This is an interesting Justice card. It's like this person is observing the people playing dominoes. Interesting. The Major Arcana is not numbered. It's just, it's got the name of the archetype, but there's no number in there. Death. It's got quite a young energy to this deck as well. Sometimes in my tarot decks, I like to see mature archetypes. Star. The moon. Beautiful sun card. I love that the person on the horse isn't a child. And I love that all the sunflowers are quite prominent in this deck. Judgment. And the world. So, moving on to the Suit of Cups. You got the Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. Three of Cups. Oh, that looks like there's two Five of Cups. Oh no, it's me, I've done it wrong. 5 and 6. 7. This person looks like they're in deep thought, doesn't it, rather than being comfortable. And 10 of Cups. Oh, what beautiful page. Okay, moving on to the Sort of Swords. You've got the Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. 3. That's an interesting 4 of Swords. Relaxing on top of his van at night. 6 of Swords. 7. There's 2 people there watching him take the stuff. 8 of Swords. 9. And 10. Well, some of those wounds are quite deep. So you've got the Page. I love how the pages seem to be children so far. Knights look like teenagers. But the Queen and Kings look like they're in their 30s. I would like to have seen more mature archetypes in this deck. Pentacles. I love that they're embracing body size in the 3 of Pentacles. 4. Interesting 6 of Pentacles. 7. 8 of Pentacles. There's different generations of a family there. You've got the Page. The Knight. The Queen. And the King. So moving on to the Suit of Wands, you've got the Ace. 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of Wands, and 10 of Wands. That looks like a heavy load there. So you've got the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King, who does look mature in this deck, which I like. Okay, so before I shuffle the cards and give you my first impressions, let's see what decks I will pair with this. So I guess because I've got 2 other decks from Ethony, I'd have to pair this deck with the Modern Love Tarot. So I've got the Modern Love Tarot. And I'd probably also pair it as well with Ethony's Lenormand deck. I don't know if this deck is still in print because I haven't seen it around for a while. But this is her Lenormand deck that she has. So even though they're done by different artists, I think they go kind of-ish. But like the Modern Witch Tarot deck, the Cosmic Wisdom deck is also quite a young deck in my opinion. I think they've got that kind of youngish appeal, even though the Love Tarot deck has got a lot more older people in there. But I think the reason why I'd probably pair them together is not necessarily because they look alike. It's more because they're created by the same person. Because sometimes I like to keep my decks together because they've got the same creator, not necessarily because they're the same artwork. So I think these make a good pairing. The Modern Love Tarot deck also goes good with the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. That's a good pairing as well. The Lenormand deck, I'd probably just use it to do clarifiers with, because I find that Lenormand give more precise readings. But I guess that they don't go together visually, but it's still good to pair decks together. Okay, so let's see how these cards shuffle. As I said earlier, that they're very, very matte cardstock. The backs are reversible. They've got nice shiny gold foil. I love the edging. What I find with Ethony's decks is that they never seem to lose their edging. Sometimes the edgings can fade, but this deck here, I've used the hell out of it and the edging is still going strong. And the same as with Ethony's Lenormand deck. I've had this deck for years and I use it quite a lot. And look, the edging is still strong. So I like the way that Ethony edges her decks. So let's just give this card a shuffle. So I'm an overhand shuffler. And it's a very smooth shuffle. Because the cards are quite flexible, I'm sure that a riffle and a bridge shuffler would also have enjoyment from shuffling these cards. Okay, so what are my first impressions? I like it. You know, it's a kind of like a modern take to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. The Guidebook is very informative. I like the style. You know, it's just straight to the point. Upright, reverse, and then yes and no. And I like the fact that the Guidebook also tells you what each of the symbols mean. I would have liked to have known a bit more about the artist and the creator in this Guidebook. but I like the style of it, and I also like how the suits are color coded in the guidebook. I would have liked to have seen in the deck a bit more older people. The deck's semi-diverse, you know, you get a few different shades of people, but as I said, there's not much mature people in this deck. It seems to be more female orientated than male. There's no people with disabilities, well, I didn't see anything, and it's more of a younger, you know, energy. The archetypes to me look like they could be from, you know, up to their mid-30s, most of them. There was the odd card like the King of Pentacles that was like he was in his 50s. Sometimes for me as a mature person, I like to see matured archetypes when I'm reading cards. Another thing that I didn't like about this deck, this is a small thing, is that the major arcana is not numbered. So, you know, because after I use my decks, I like to put them back in order, and I just like there to be a number there, but it's just a small little thing. But the artwork is fantastic. I think the sun is my favourite sun card of all times, because I just like that it's full of sunflowers, which is my favourite plant, and you can't tell who's on that horse, whether it's a man or a woman or a child or a teenager, and I like that. The artwork, to be fair, is also quite nice, also very modern, and I think this deck would be a good deck for someone that's probably learning tarot and doesn't like the Rider-Waite-Smith artwork. But the guidebook to me is really, really well written. So this is the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot deck. I'm not sure whether this deck is for sale because I got this on Kickstarter, but if it is, I will add a link to Ethony's shop where, you know, it can be purchased. That's if it's on her shop. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.